started? Okay, you don't look excited enough for me to get started, okay? So there you go. Actually, so for those of you watching it on live stream, okay, I've got people sitting with me in the Zoom room actually, because they'll have access to me afterwards actually, and access to the nice little thing I have for them at the end of it. It's actually quite a big thing, but they've got access to extra, okay? So there you go. So let's get started on email marketing for your business. Now, if you have any questions, okay, any questions at all, please, if you're with me on Zoom, you love a subtitle. I'm glad about that, Nessa. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat and I will get to them at the end, because what I want to do is I want to whiz through this so the people on live stream can see everything. And then I'm with you guys. So I'll stay on after I finish the live Zoom. Okay, so email marketing for your business. And I've deliberately not called it a small business because I don't believe that anybody should be called a small business. So let's get going. So 59% of consumers say, consumers is the people that buy things, that marketing emails influence their purchase decisions. Okay, this is based from earlier this year, 4th of January, 2023. So will you ever purchase anything from an email that you were sent? Just have a think about it. Yeah, we've got a mix in there, okay? So yeah, and actually the mix of yeses and nos from the Zoom is, consistent with the 59% of people here. That's it. You generally will sign up to a newsletter because you want that discount code or something, or you're interested in something and you're watching it. Your influence of purchasing that thing will be based on the emails that you're going to then get. Karen, but only if it had a discount code. That's good. That's good. Okay. So you see, so this is it. That's quite a high number, 59% of consumers. Okay. Then the next question I have for you is, okay, 80% of business professionals believe that email marketing increases customer retention. Because they are being sent the email of whatever you have to sell, they are then buying, and then because they like what they've got, okay, they want to stick with you. That's huge. So if you're not using email marketing to grow your business, then I think it's time to start, especially with those figures. Now, let me start with small business. Oh, what comes to mind when I say that? A small business. Okay. And I just want to change all of your minds around the fact that you're a small business. Okay. And that's because why so small? Now, are you qualified enough that your client or customer to get your client to customer? And also, are your goods and services comparable to others in your industry? If you're on Zoom, I can see your faces. I'm asking you, are you qualified enough to be able to do what you do? And are your goods and services comparable to everybody else? Yes, 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 exactly. Yes, yes, you are. Okay. If you think it, you can do it. Have you heard that before? I'm sure you have. Now, stop thinking like a small business. Let me show you ways to boost your belief that you're more than just small. Now, you may not wish to be inundated. When I tell people this, they're like, oh my God, I can't do that because, I might get 1,000 people knocking on my email door. Listen, I know that you probably don't want to take on masses of work. If you do, good for you. But other people's perception of you and your value and your worth changes when you choose not to be seen as a small business. Do you know the difference between I'm a small business or I'm a freelancer? The difference between it makes. Which one sounds like they earn more to you, the small business or the freelancer? Huh? Tell me. If you're in the Zoom chat, tell me, freelancer. If I said I was a freelancer, okay, you'd be like, whoa, I bet she charges her worth. Friggin' do, okay? If I said I'm a small business, you'd be like, yeah, I paid a freelancer this morning. Yeah, bloody bet you did, okay? If they were a small business, I bet you'd have thought, oh, okay, actually, do you know what? They're charging 20 quid too much. But because I'm a freelancer, do you know what the difference is? Nothing. They're a big business. I'd have waited 30 days. Exactly. Not a big business either. But you're not a small business. So let's get started, shall we? So I love being able to show that a few small changes can have a huge impact on how you feel about your business. And it is your business, okay? It's time to be seen and take your piece of the pie in your industry. Okay, and that's really important. Okay, it's time to stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you. Okay, and take your piece of the pie. Okay, stop being unapologetically, it's just me and my little business, because it's not. Okay, I'm on a mission because I think that every one of you, all in my Zoom room and the people watching online, okay, you know, as an integrator, I understand that all of these things can be put in place to make you look like a much, you know, a much more bigger business online than you probably actually feel. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean. So first of all, for those people that are brand new and you don't know, okay, I'm just going to explain the integrator visionary concept, okay? Some of you have heard this, and so if you have, okay, you can switch off for 10 seconds, but then come straight back. But I want to start with this because when I tell people I'm an integrator, they have no idea what it means. Right. Hello. Move. Oh, thank God for that. So a visionary is the person with £1 million ideas, and these ideas are coming at you constantly, okay? They are passionate about those ideas. They might be passionate about those million ideas, okay? It's where actually a lady I work with calls it popcorn brain, where it's going bing, 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 bing all the time. These ideas are hitting you constantly. A visionary probably they're not concerned, or they have no idea about the how-to of things. So they have all of these great ideas, but they're kind of stuck in terms of the implementation of it. And they're so clear on what they want and how that they could probably write you everything down in minute detail, but still actually in terms of then the doing it, that's another matter. Now, an integrator, this is me, okay? I can execute an idea, put it on paper, tell me what it is, okay? And I will help you to do that because that is what I can do, okay? I am passionate about systems and connections. And when I see that A plus B equals C, okay, I don't care about the D, E, and F and all the other crap, okay? I just do the bit that matters, all right? I implement strategies. You tell me what you want done and we get that done. Now, we build plans for the future. We don't just do it for today because it seems right, okay? Another lady that I work with, my longest client, actually, she's a huge visionary. She's come to me with billions of ideas. We've implemented those and we work on those that are long-term growth. We won't work on those actually or give too much time to those which are, you know, short-term things, because long-term growth is the ultimate ideal in business. And we build, my job is to build the visionary's dream and to keep them on track, because that popcorn brain, all of those ideas, a billion a second, okay, we can't do everything, but we have to know which ones are going to work going forward for the business. And I know those things. So why is it important? Well, you're going to hear some of these names. Walt and Roy Disney, Henry Ford and James Cousins, they both worked with Ford. Ray Kroc and Fred Turner were McDonald's, all polar opposites. One saw the future and one made it happen. I wonder how many of you knew this. By structuring their companies with these two vital roles at the helm, the visionary and the integrator, these entrepreneurs were able to propel their organizations to greatness, literally changing our world as we know it today. In fact, many of the largest companies may not exist today if they hadn't have tapped into this visionary integrated dynamic duo in their early years. And that's so important. I'm not saying that you guys need to go employ me, okay, and then you're going to be the next McDonald's, okay? But it's understanding about what your business does need. What do I mean by that? Understanding where you are can help you understand your business. Also clearly help you to see that whilst you thought you needed a VA because you're completely overwhelmed with so many things to do for your little business, you probably just need an integrator, or you just need to collaborate with a visionary in order to be able to get the best from your business and theirs. It's amazing what happens when you buddy up. It really is. So finding what you need today can help you to grow your business on purpose tomorrow, okay? It's really important. Go and search out Rocket Fuel. It's a book called Rocket Fuel, okay? And he's got a test on there called Blast Off or something. And you do a test and you actually find out if you're a strong visionary or a strong integrator. And I think that helping you to figure out where you are going forward will be really helpful for you to know who you are and what you're strong at. So here we go. So me, I'm a business coach and an integrator. That's it. I'm actually a touch visionary as well, which is really annoying. I'll explain why later. Now, it makes sense now that you know what an integrator is, and I help entrepreneurs and visionaries to get unstuck and push through obstacles to get business moving again. Because I don't want to spend all of that time working on short-term things. I look at the long-term business plan. I look at the growth in terms of what that's got, and we go for the big plan. And then when we have gaps in our schedule, then we figure in and we slot in the small stuff. I help you to organize digital systems, reduce overwhelming tech, implement strategies, and build highly profitable businesses so that your business can work with ease and make more of an impact. And what you get with me, and I know a few of you do work with me already, you get a straight talking, sassy, action focused team player with a head for business and an eye for troubleshooting and cutting through the crap. I will never ever apologize for using some obscene words. Okay, this is who I am, this is what I do. Okay, and that is me, and that is my USP. You're going to find out what my USP is as well later on. I love being able to help any, and I've deliberately put here small business because I know that all of you are still thinking you're a small business at the moment, you know, on their journey regardless of their budget. So I'm a firm believer also that you shouldn't dilute your message. You should stay within your sector, but each business needs to have more than one leg to stand on. Now, this is true. I was asked this a few months ago, or a couple of years ago now, I think. If you only work with one-to-one clients, but you don't have a client for 2 or 3 months, then you might struggle in a business. Okay? I got once asked how much I'd like to generate from my business. And I realized that working just one-to-one with clients wouldn't give me what I wanted. Just selling training courses wouldn't give me what I wanted, and just having my membership wouldn't give me what I wanted. But I combine all three, and I literally layer all three around each other. So they all walk into each other. I don't do anything different from what I do. I use all of those into one thing. So I'm a big believer in messy action, and you won't find perfectionism, overwhelm, or imposter syndrome on my watch. And I love knowing that if you have an idea, I can help you to achieve your dreams. I won't do it for you. No way. I am not the kind of person actually where I will do what you need me to do. You cannot hire me to just fix your problems. My job is to teach you how to fish. This is it. Because if you are reliant on me to do anything for you, it means then that you're always going to be reliant on somebody else. Always. And I don't think that's right. So I love knowing that if you have an idea and I can help you to achieve your dreams. I won't do it for you, but I'm there to inspire, guide, teach, and kick butt if needed. Okay, that is what I'm here for. And I attract those that need a helping hand and a guide because I offer various price points for those who work with me. And if you're able to then learn what you need from me without paying more than your business can afford, I think that's a win-win from both sides. So today we're going to look at segregating your work from the personal. So hard to say that when it's your business, isn't it? Why you need a domain, but not a website yet. What to add to any newsletter. Why you need that business email with shocking, and it is shocking. I've shown somebody this, they were like, oh my God. Actually, do you know what, Karen? I'm not recording. I'm not. Oh, maybe I am. Am I recording? Am I recording? Give me a second here. Well, I'll just have to mute those two together, won't I? I'm going to take the one from Facebook and then put this one together with it and actually then do that. Thanks, Karen. That's fine. You would have had replays. I'd have just taken it from the Facebook group. Thank God I'm going live on Facebook. It is a team effort. You do need somebody to ask, are you recording? You can't do business all by yourself, you see. Thanks, Karen. The 431.25% increase in open and reply rates and how you can have that too. How we came up with that figure, I've got no idea, but it was checked about 30 times, okay, and it is right. Understanding that no one knows your email list. Okay, this one is a big one. Your USP and building on emailing habits to create growth and consistency. So should we get started? Yeah, good, right. Segregate the work from the personal. It can seem when running your business like it's a part of your personal life. Okay, your business emails are coming through on your personal email address. There doesn't seem to be a boundary, and that's because most of the time there isn't. Having a separate email account not attached to your phone will ensure that you only answer those emails when you choose to log in and action them. Your responses will be calmer and clearer, and you'll also set that boundary for your customer and your clients as well. Now, this is key because if people know they can get hold of you 24/7, okay, they will. Do it once, reply to an email once, okay, at a dodgy time out of business hours, okay, and watch how many more times they email you. Why you need a domain but not a website yet? Okay, so a domain that is registered to your business can be so beneficial. So the domain I'm talking about, going to buy it from somebody like, where do we buy domains? GoDaddy. Okay, any of the domains, so just the wording, the magictagic.com is just a domain. There is no website attached to it because that's completely separate and independent. Just the domain is the magictagic.com. Now, purchasing a domain and getting a website are very different, and it's all behind the scenes. You literally link one to the other. Sometimes within the same company, sometimes with different companies, but you can have the domain without the website. Remember that, okay? If you purchase your domain, you can create your business email using that domain. Now, this is key because at the moment, you probably don't want to spend thousands on a website, okay? But you can then get your business email address. You can also, if you wish to, link up your lead magnets, and lead magnets are things that enable you to be able to grow your list, you know, where you'll kind of give away a free 10 top tips of something or other, or a free video guide using this. You can create those pages out and just link those back to your domain to help you to grow your list, but you still don't need a website yet, okay? When you're ready then, and you've got the extra work, you've got some clients, you've got some things actually, you've got some money in the bank, and you know a little bit more in terms of your, you know, kind of where you're going with your business, then go and build your website. 18 months, 2 years down the line. Don't think that you need to build a website today. It's not necessary. So, who knew that you could have a domain without a website and it'd be so useful? The next is what to add to your newsletter. All of you are on my newsletter. And if you weren't before, for those people on Zoom, they're on my newsletter. For you watching on live stream, you're not. And if you're not, scroll up, go and hit join newsletter, okay? It's there on the page. This is a great subject, and it depends on whom you ask the response you're going to get. Now, I have my own magic formula. It would be magic, wouldn't it? Because I like a bit of magic. So, a bit about me. A referral, a course, or promotion, and a business tip. This works for me, okay? I have tested throughout my couple of years now of sending emails, okay? And I have the best open rates now than I have done for years, okay? So this works for me, for my industry, for the people reading my newsletters. So I want you to look at the newsletters and email list that you're on. What do you like about those emails that you're getting? Okay, what makes you want to read it the minute they come through? It's your choice, okay, what to put on a newsletter, but think about the things that you like. Think about what delivers value for the people, which you know you're getting that from people, and then they're going to get that back from you. It doesn't matter what it is, but you have to start somewhere, okay? And then fine tune it. We're going to talk about that in a second. So why you need to have that business email address with shocking insider info. Ah! Who's excited for this bit? I know, don't worry, okay? I'm really sad, dedicated, not sad, dedicated like this, okay? But if nobody shows you this, you don't know, okay? And that's really important for me to be able to show you this. So I knew that when I saw this, I had to share. I'm a huge advocate of getting your domain and creating that business email. Huge advocate for this. Making yourself look professional, okay? Even if you do run your business from the bedroom, and most of the time you're not washed or dressed when replying to those emails. This is me, okay? You do you, okay? That's it. When I'm on a Zoom, I look presentable, okay? If I'm not on a Zoom, okay, I pretty much still am. I've got my dressing gown on, okay? A few times, okay, I've just come out the shower and I sit down, okay? And whilst I'm waiting for myself to dry with my hair still wrapped in a towel, I'll sit and do some emails as well. This is me. You do you, okay? All right? But at the end of the day, okay, is because it's a business email address sending those emails, nobody knows that I'm sitting there, okay, in my still jammies, okay, in my bedroom. Nobody knows. You do you, okay? I've been teaching and preaching. Preaching. Is that right? Anyway, you don't come to me for spelling. Thanks, Karen. You're nodding. You don't come to me for spelling. I'm terrible with grammar. I've been teaching and preaching that your email open reply rates will increase when you choose to have a business email address. Companies that you are emailing are looking for that business email. And I know this, okay? They are filtering out the @Gmail, the @Yahoo email addresses. They are doing it. I have known this for a while, and recently I was able to capture evidence that it happens. Okay? So I'm in a couple of different groups on Facebook, okay? Will help, and also because they've got some good tips sometimes. So in active campaign, it says I'm in this group, okay? And I'm going to show you this one, okay? There's lots of golden nuggets, but also I learned some things I can then share with you. So look at this. This message says, hi all, can anyone help? I'm struggling to find info elsewhere. My company gets a lot of non-work email leads through our forms, and I want to eliminate them as they never qualify at the sales stage. That's irrelevant. But how can I allow my forms to only allow business email addresses? What? Only allow business email addresses? Somebody replied. Do you want to see what they replied? Do you? Who's not got a business email address here that now is a little bit concerned actually that their emails may not be going to the people they want them to be going to? Let's have a look. You can create an automation that when a new contact is created, it checks the email address field to see if it includes some of the common non-work email addresses, such as Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, etc. OMG, okay? This can actually happen on a platform that I use, okay? I'm a freelance business, okay? But huge companies use this platform, okay? They can filter out Gmail addresses. They can filter out Hotmail, Yahoo, any of those. This is big, huge. So you might not see this as an issue, but what if you're applying for a job from the company that has this set up? Because at the end of the day, are you not a freelance business? Are you then not touting for work and contacting companies? I'm sure you are. If you're contacting those companies, okay, and you were using a Gmail, Yahoo, etc., they may never have received that email. I think that's huge. I'll let you make your own decision. So I've said no, 431.25% increase. Here we go. How did we do it? So I said a few slides ago that I've been preaching the benefits of business email and why I teach it. Well, Megan Wilding of Calm House Crafting completed a training course and got qualified. Her next job was to contact companies to obtain some work. She had her business email at calmhousecrafting@gmail.com. Okay. The next slide is going to show how Megan went from 1 reply to 17. She used exactly the same email content. Now, if any of you have done Carol's course, you've got the same email content. You'll get the same swipe files, okay? What was the difference? Her email address. She said, with my non-business email address, I sent 12 emails and had 1 response. Although this was just to say they'd forward it on, but I heard nothing. With my business emails, I sent 40 emails and had 17 responses. This is huge. And the only difference was the email address. That was it. So maybe Megan got lucky. Maybe at that time, actually, they were looking for somebody else and they decided to actually reply to her email. But looking at the stats and tracking what you're doing and changing things that are not performing should be done regularly within a business. Nothing is set in stone. We need to keep evaluating what we're working on and how well it performs and change it if the results are not there. Now, Megan was one of Carol's first ones that came through immediately, okay, who I work with, okay? And we were talking and she said, Paula, I'm just not getting any replies. So I jumped on a call with her. We looked at what she was doing and I said, well, probably your email address actually is probably not helping you out there. That's it. She took that. She did something about it. She made a change and that impacted her business so much. But this is what Megan did. And I hope that you can see that this small change in your business will be something that will be beneficial from the start. The start could be today. Remember that. So no one knows your list. Okay, Jenny, you got an email list? Yes, you do. You maybe don't email them, but I know that you got a list. Karen, you've also got a list. I don't know how many people are on your list, do I? No. Vanessa, I'm sure you probably picked up a couple of people over the weekend, so you now have a small list as well. I don't know how many are on your list. No, okay, I'm going to come back to you though. Do you see what I'm saying? You all have your own list potentially, but I don't know how many are on your list. And that's it. No one does. No one knows how many people are on your list. There are jokes about size, doesn't matter. But when it comes to an email list, size is really irrelevant. What is relevant is consistency. Whether there are 5 or 50,000 people on your email list, email them. Remember, they have no idea how many people are on your email list. If I joined your list and you didn't email me, I'd think that you've forgotten about me or your business hadn't got anything I needed. However, if you email me engaging content, I'm going to read that and maybe share it with my audience. Consistent emails jumping into my inbox will make the impression that you are a growing, thriving business. You get emails from me every week. God, I'm always up to something, can't I? Something's always happening. Okay, most of the time, nothing, but still, you still get that email. When you're sharing engaging content, you're ensuring that I am kept updated with what you have going on in your business, even if it's nothing, okay? By sharing that tip or sharing somebody else's thing, I'm being kept updated with you and your business. Because you are doing so, you're going to be seen as a professional in your field in my eyes because of the above. That's it. When I'm asked if I know if someone does whatever your line of work is, Jenny with handbags, I'm going to think about Jenny because I read about her emails every week. When I think about classes in the centre of London, I'm going to think about Nessa. Okay. When I think about, oh my God, I'm going to mess this one right up here. Bespoke made costumes, I'm going to think about Vanessa. There you go. But you can see, okay, what I'm thinking about here actually is that unless you're telling people constantly who you are, what you're up to, okay, and you're jumping into their inbox regularly, you're not going to be at the forefront of their mind. Because you've shown up consistently without failing, you keep showing me that you're the person to go to. This is what is going to stick in my head. And it works. Blows from a screenshot from a client of mine. Earlier this year, my client created a nurture sequence, which is a welcome set of emails that come in. And she started emailing her list weekly, as I recommended to her. Okay. She had space then to take on a new client, and she'd messaged already this person to say that she had space and she could take on a new client. Okay. So the message says, I have space on my books to take on a regular client being recently qualified. I used to juggling deadlines, blah, blah, blah. The message came back, thanks, Lindsay. I'll pop your name into the email too, although I did already pass on as I'm signed up to your newsletters. They definitely work as you popped straight into my head. Proof that newsletters are more memorable than social media. Boom. Okay. Can you imagine as I'm making these, okay, these things keep coming at me. This active campaign thing about filtering out email addresses came to me because I was making this slide. Lindsay gave me this last week. I'm like, oh, can I use it, please? Can I use it so I can show people? It's proof. If you're getting that email, okay, that's hitting your inbox. It doesn't matter if you're reading it, it's sitting there. You're going to keep seeing it coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. You know what that person is about. Huge. Right, should we talk about your USP? Oh, so excited. So who are you? That's it. Why should I come to you? What do you have? Doesn't Jane or John or make up names, whatever they are in the field, don't they have something similar to you? But what makes you so special? Why would I come to you? Jenny, I can buy a handbag from Sainsbury's, can't I? I can probably get to Sainsbury's before I get to yours, can't I? There you go. Why would I come to you? Nessa, I could go to any classes on my way to London. Why would I come to your classes? Ask yourself the question, what makes you so special? I'm not going to upset any of you, okay? But if it seems like I'm upsetting you, good. But you have that fire in your belly, okay? Take it, okay? We are all running our own businesses. We're not born yesterday. We realize that competition is out there, and we know that in order to obtain clients and customers, we need to stand out. But how? How do we stand out? Please don't suggest a TikTok challenge. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Okay. But unless you're a massive brand with lots of referrals, okay, I could say go and buy Coke because it tastes really good. And you'll probably go, yeah, Coke, I've heard of that. That's fine. But if I said you need to go and see Sally because she just qualified as a tech editor, you're going to go, who's Sally? Who is Sally? I don't know. I'm still waiting for Sally's nurture sequence, okay? She's qualified now. She should be getting this business up and running. Unless you have a massive brand, unless you are already known, okay, your business is you. Your USP is you. Unique selling point. Your unique selling point is you. I'm going to keep talking about this, okay? So what makes you different? Why you? Your views on the world, your opinions on things, the way you run your business, your life experiences, who you are. I can tell you that we have on the call here 3 qualified tech editors. And guess what? Apart from what you tech edit, okay, you are all completely unique. Okay, completely unique. So you're never going to be everyone's perfect match. But I urge you to be you, which is why I swear, which is why I can't spell and I don't care. Okay, which is why I'll do things actually and it'll be done not perfect all the time. That way you attract people that like you, that agree with who you are and ultimately want to work with you or purchase from you because they get you. If I'm not for you, that's fine. Go find the person that is for you. Okay, please stay to the end of the training course. Okay, you're going to learn something. But this is it. Not everybody is, you know, for me, for example, okay, you need to do that bit of gold panning, you know, where everybody kind of goes in, you give it a shake actually, and then, you know, your ideal customers are left. This is it. Your ideal people for you and your business is out there. So your unique selling point is Jenny's is Jenny, Karen's is Karen, Nessa's is Nessa, Terry's is Terry's, Vanessa's is Vanessa, Alessandra's is Alessandra. Carol, your USP is Carol. There you go. Sally, yours is you. Cassie, yours is you. And Helen, yours is you. Okay, that's it. You are all your own unique selling points. Okay, so when people are joining your list, they need to know that. Your welcome emails or nurture sequence needs to find your ideal audience. They do. That is the job of it. Okay, growing an email list is one thing. But growing an email list full of people who like you and want to work with you is a game changer. Okay, that's huge. So if it's so simple, why do more people not do it? It's a good question. Grow your list, get some people that like you, and lots of money. Simple. Maybe not. Knowing it and applying it can be difficult to manage. I'm just going to let somebody else in. We're up here. Okay. Oh, hello, because I've moved off my screen now. So what if there was an easy way to learn all of the above and have a 12-month business and email planner, okay, that will help with overwhelm, that will also help you to focus on consistent growth? Could you imagine having all of that and a planner that kind of helps you to grow your business? Well, let's see. I know that habits take 67 days to stick if you're doing them daily. Ever heard about this, you know, where you do a habit and it's like in order to get it to stick, you know, you make your bed for 67 days and after that on the 68th day, you just do it. Okay, try it, okay? It's hard to do it for 67 days, being prompted every day. I make my bed every day now, actually. Every day, it's the thing I do. But I'm asking you then to think about newsletters and sending these emails out to people. If you only send a newsletter once a week, that's 67 times. That's going to take you well over a year to establish a habit. A habit, you know, for your business. If you send a newsletter fortnightly, it's going to take you about 2.5 to 3 years. If you send a newsletter monthly, it's going to take you over 5 years before you create that habit for your business. Now, the thing is, actually, unless you've got something doing or telling you kind of what to do and what email to send and what should be in your email, you know, for the content, the chances are you're going to fall off that road way before you've even started to establish a habit. So no wonder many of us don't create good, consistent business habits. It's hard to do for consistency. So I love a good habit, and I knew that if I was serious about building a business, I knew I needed to get into the habit of emailing weekly. It was the quickest possible way to be able to cement it in my head that I need to be sending this email weekly. So I chose weeklies. It means I'll adopt it quicker. And because I have a spreadsheet, that helps me to create a newsletter in a very short space of time. And most of the time, I create them in advance. Most of you that know me work, I always create everything in advance, okay? If I can't schedule it, I don't use it. So I want to show you mine. Consistency pays off. Now, before I was with ActiveCampaign, I was with MailChimp, okay? So there you go, actually, and I've used MailerLite tab as well, but from ActiveCampaign. They send me an email every month. I love it now. Once you get past 12 months, I think they send it to you every month. I've had a 20-month streak with ActiveCampaign. Yay me, hey? Look at me, I'm good. Over this month, okay, so this is just, I think this was just January's. I had 69 clicks and emails. I've got 1,644 contacts going through automation. I've got 2 engagement channels and I grew by 19 contacts. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. This is just January. These are great stats because I'm not paying for any ads at the moment, which means this is all organic growth. I'm not paying for any of these people to join my list. I've got my lead magnets out there. I'm being consistent in terms of what I'm doing, and my list is growing. It says I've got 1,644 people going through my automations. Do you know how many people are on my list? I share it with you. Go on. I shock you. Are you ready? Anybody want to take a stab that's on Zoom? Go on, give me a figure. Pluck a figure out of midair. Go on. I know a couple of you that work really closely with me already know this. Okay, yeah, I have. Ooh, this is great. Have you seen these numbers here? I've got 372, 52, 60, lots, 6,000. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I've got 317 people on my email list. But they are warm to hot contacts. Warm to hot contacts, okay, only. That's it, okay? Now, why do I have so many going through automations? If I've got only 317 people on my list, but I've got 1,644 going through automations, how am I doing that? And that is because if any of you are taking a masterclass, you're sent additional emails. If any of you are working with me in the membership, you're sent additional emails, okay? The thing is, actually, you need to keep those people that are on your list moving somehow, okay? Why? Because you keep jumping into their inbox going, I'm here, I've got information for you, hello. Okay, so let's look at something else. So I have a planner that helps me with consistent business and organic growth. Who wants a planner? I'm not even going to ask. Silly question. I didn't say it'd be easy or quick. And I hope that from all of this you can see so far, I've not promoted it as being easy or quick. I can't advocate that because it's not, okay? But it will be worth it. And if you have consistency with emails in your business, then if you don't have it already, you do need to start today. So growth is inevitable, but not easy. But are you ready to grow your email list? It's possible. You just need to start today. The sheet, which I'm just about to show you below, is a really clever little magic sheet that I created, okay? It needs to know from you, what are your ideas for your business? What lead magnets that you've created and what tips you'd like to share? You then get to see your business building itself in front of your own eyes. It really is a bit of magic. So it then, once it's finished doing its thing, it creates a planner for you, listing everything you need from what emails you have to write and what you need to be preparing for the following months going forward. And you only need one lead magnet to get started. So shall I show you this? This is my sheet. And for those of you actually hanging on afterwards, only for the people on the Zoom, I'll show you this in live, okay? This will show you here, I'm just going to show you here. So Feb, for the weeks in Feb, okay? What was I talking about in Feb? My security training. Anybody remember that from my emails? Yeah, my emails. I talked about in the first week, what if you're open to attacks, if you don't have 2FA switched on. My second week of email says what Google saves, and I shared with you about what Google saves. Then I talk about why scammers hit Facebook so often. I talked about the HTTP. Is this to kind of make sense to you in terms of how I'm doing this? I'm not putting anything in my emails that's not here. I've also got in here that I've added in teacher strikes and house updates, Valentine's Day, supercharge your lead magnet, the school meetings and the plans for Feb, and stuff about the house. It's here. I'm literally taking it from here and adding it to an email. This planner goes on. It does 12 months, but actually, do you know what? You can keep repurposing it. So I can keep repurposing it and use it forever. Who knows if you just keep adding on to a Google Excel spreadsheet and keeps pulling the columns down, it just extends, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. So if it's green, it means it's done it. If it's still in pink, it means I haven't done it. Just on those two columns there, because that's then what I'm typing up. Okay. I obviously did this 2 weeks ago, and you can see 2 weeks ago, I was up to week 2 of March for the emails. You now know that I'm on further than that because, you know, yeah, a lot further now. So that looks like fun. So whether you use email marketing moving forward or not, I just want you to know that there is an easier way. It's not about the overwhelm. It's not about me asking you to sit down and think about what you can send out. You know, 52 emails. Come on, done. Think about it. 52 emails. It's not hard at all, is it? But there is an easy way to do it. So can you imagine having someone sharing the how to? And that's it, the how to, helping you with what you need and where to go. So what we've covered segregating the work from the personal, why you need a domain but not a website yet. We've also covered what to add to a newsletter, why you need to have business email, the increase in open reply rates, and that's because of the business email. Understanding that no one knows your list. And I know I'm on a couple of your lists and I'm not getting emails. I'm still watching you. You know, your USP, understanding that you are your USP, okay, it is you. And also getting that, you know, building those emailing habits to create that growth and consistency. So what do I have? Well, I've got the masterclasses, and the one right at the top there, the email marketing masterclass, teaches you how to do everything that I've done there. Okay, and more. And the sheet I'll show you after we stop live streaming, okay? £167, okay, and it's got self-paced videos and Q&A access. I also do the Facebook training and the social media training, but if you decided bugger it, okay, Paula, I just need all of it and I want to work with you because actually I just need to get this done. This complete business toolkit also gives you one-to-one planning sessions with me, where I kick your butt at every stage you need, and you're welcome. People pay me to kick their butts, okay, but you're welcome, okay, because I should offer it because that's what people need. Some people need it. I know, thank you. I just got another message. That one was private. I'm not sharing that one. So who wants a special offer? Don't all say yes at the same time, okay? No, because you know, I just might not be excited enough and now just stop. Here we go. If you've registered, I've got an offer for you. And if you haven't, you know, if you haven't seen this is the end. Don't be sad. But the link to register to get my special offer and the replay will be available until Thursday at 10 o'clock. So if you are now, I'm talking to those of you live streaming and watching this on replay in Facebook, okay? Jump over to my Facebook page now. I'm going to leave the banner link open where you can still register. But if you're on live stream, this is where we say goodbye to live stream. Bye, Facebook. Only those that have registered are staying with me. Who feels like a VIP now, eh? Huh? Right, let me just stop sharing for a second. I'm going to come back. Oh, right. So let me just